So if you're thinking of moving to Arlington, Virginia, and your budget falls within the $1.5 to $2 million price range, you want to see what's out there. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do in this video and show you 4 different homes in the $1.5 million to $2 million price range in 22207. We'll take you through some neighborhoods so you can see what falls in line with your budget. You definitely want to stick around because we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Arlington, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Arlington, Virginia. Hi, my name's Casey O'Neill with Compass. We routinely get calls and emails from people just like you who are looking for help in making their move to Arlington, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call. Shoot us a text or send us an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to Arlington, Virginia. Today we're at the Potomac Overlook Regional Park in the 22207 zip code in North Arlington. It's a large scenic park on 67 acres of wild and cultivated land with miles of hiking trails. I've hiked here many times and it's got some hills, although it's easy to walk and navigate. As the name suggests, the park once offered amazing views of the Potomac River. Although the trees have blocked the views as they've grown, most of the year you can't see the river, but you can when the leaves fall from the trees in the winter. So I'm going to take you for a little tour and hang tight. We'll see what we can see right here with the public tennis courts that are at the entrance to the park. And then you have some basketball courts as well. So these are open for residents of Arlington. And we've got a little pavilion up here. This is a great place to bring dogs or kids. There's some picnic areas here. A tot lot. So as you can see, this sign says there's some trails in the nature center up ahead. So what we can do is take a little walk. You can hike over to close to the GW Parkway and see some of the Potomac River. Okay, we're further into the park. There's one of the trail entrances. We've got plenty of trails in this park. And let's check out the garden. There's an educational organic vegetable garden that hosts school trips and summer nature camps with demonstration of gardens that showcase native plants and insects with animal displays. So we've taken our kids here when they were young. There's always something to learn about nature. There's a little drawbridge and a pond. So this park is run by the Northern Virginia Regional Park Authority, and that's where some of the park rangers stay. A lot of dog walking. Dogs have to be on a leash, of course. So there's a nature center, the James Mayer Center for Environmental Education. You can learn about connections between humans and the natural world. This park also has a summer concert series and a popular summer camp for kids. Right now, the center is closed, so we can come back and check it out another time. So what I'll do is I'll meet you at the first house momentarily. So hang on, and we'll see you at the next house. It's on the market for $1.9 million, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, built in 1947 and was totally renovated in 2011. It's got about 4,742 square feet on 3 levels. Sitting on about 0.26 acres 11,500 square foot lot. We're in the Bellevue Forest community. Now, the median average price in this neighborhood is about $1.38 million. And so you've got varying degrees of styles of homes. Started off mainly with ramblers, split levels, colonials, and capes. And then gradually people started expanding them, modifying them. Across the street we have the Cape Cod. It's been modified. Now this home is abuts to the Potomac Overlook Park. So you can actually be on a hiking trail over in that park system and get off right on this street. So if you like to hike, this is certainly a great location, although Arlington is quite full of parks. Now this home has a tin roof, which is kind of unique, and you got a covered entry with some stairs, slate walkway. So we'll take a little walk down here, check it out. A building shed in the front yard. So this lot has a pretty steep drop off. We've got Donaldson Run Creek in the background, and I'm walking down a narrow path here. One might like to put a handrail on this. You can see how steep the drop off is. Now they built a deck system with a little walkway, and it's built around a tree. But the backyard does drop off quite significantly. It's a sloping lot, slopes down from the street after you're in the house. But you can see you've got nothing but parkland in the backyard. There's the deck coming off the back. Tons of trees and lots of leaves to rake. So let's meet up at the next house. See you soon. It's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, on the market for $1,850,000. This home was built in 1961. It's got 2 levels, sitting on 0.86 acres, 37,300 square feet. So it's a good sized lot. It's a 2-level home with 3,400 square feet. We're still in Bellevue Forest, and let me just walk you up to this house. It's sitting back off the street. We're on a cul-de-sac. And this neighborhood is full of stately homes. And you might hear a little traffic come because we got the George Washington Parkway that this home backs up to. Some people don't get bothered by noise. Some want a little quiet. This neighborhood has quite a few homes that back up to the park, yet they have the parkway in the background. You can see the traffic, and this home has quite an extensive driveway. It's not fully fenced, but got a lot of fencing. The fencing on the side and the back are mainly to protect people from falling into the ravine here, because it is quite a steep drop-off, as you can see. So this home, was built in '61, although it was flipped earlier in January of this year. A developer bought it, and now they've got it back on the market, all fixed up. Got a lower level rec room area with a walkout. Now the front of the house, as I said, sits back off the lot at the end of a cul-de-sac. Got a long path leading up to the front door. You've got a little gated patio, little garden area. So when this home was sold, it had regular brick, and they painted the brick to give it a more contemporary look. The home is vacant. Trying to navigate around the bushes here. So they've got this chain link fence throughout the back. The yard extends beyond the fence, but it's just simply there for safety. But there is some usable yard in the back that's fairly level. The neighboring house has the same sloping lot, the retaining wall. You can see some homes across the way. And there's a huge ravine that I showed you on the side that extends to the back of the yard. When the trees are in bloom, You can't see the GW Parkway, and it buffers the noise a little bit. So that's the gravel driveway we saw. And we've got another walk out to the backyard. This white pipe is a radon remediation system. It extends, the piping extends up through the roof. There's a fan that sucks the gas up out of the slab. So radon is commonly found around these parts. It's just random. You just don't know where it's going to be located from house to house because it's just so variable with the soil. But this is a beautiful piece of property in a very exclusive neighborhood. As I said, on the first house, the median average in Bellevue Forest is about 1.385 million, and that number keeps growing as they improve, expand, and renovate this neighborhood. So there are some grand colonial homes in this neighborhood. There's one right next door. This one's pretty spectacular as well. The neighbor has a little putting green set up on the side yard. Kind of a clever little arrangement. You can see the little flags marking the holes. We've got a couple of Adirondack chairs. Across the way is another Center Hall Colonial with a 2-car garage. Boy, I really like this house here. It's beautiful. Now, sometimes people, they get away from the traditional look. So this home was probably, I don't know what it was, but they've transformed it into a real contemporary looking home. You can see the stone front, and then they have contemporary siding. We've got a 2-car garage, and then across the way there we've got a Cape Cod, 3 dormers in the front. It's more of a Cape Colonial actually, but kind of a hybrid. So a lot of really cool homes in this neighborhood, and some of them exceed $2 to $3 million easily. So let's go on to the next one, and we'll see you soon. 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, $1,895,000 is the price. This home was built in 2009. It's in a very small cluster of homes built onto this neighborhood of Arlingwood. Most of the homes in Arlingwood are built in the 50s and 60s, although people have popped the tops. There's some tear downs, so everything is just being modernized like crazy. But this little community, this particular house we're looking at, has 3,500 square feet on the main level, and then the lower level has another 1,000 or so square feet. The combined square footage is 4,681 square feet. The lot is 0.37 acres, 16,000 square feet, so it's a decent yard. And you've got an HOA in this community. You can see that we're on a little cul-de-sac. We've got just a private setting. It's kind of cool, kind of quiet. You know, the stone front there. And you've got, the subject is brick, and the neighboring home has stone in the front and brick on the sides. The HOA covers the yard maintenance in here. Most of Arlington communities are pretty older and established, and you don't find that many HOAs in Arlington unless they're newer townhouse communities. So you've got a little bit of backyard, and this yard extends on the side because it's sort of considered a corner lot. Now this home sits up, you can see the roof line of the neighboring homes next door there. There's a slate patio that walks out from the kitchen, and you've got this privacy fencing that runs throughout the back, part of the HOA maintenance. Some of these neighborhoods in 22207 are in the flight path, so you do get airplane noise from time to time from planes that are traveling from Reagan National Airport. It's kind of a nuisance, but that's just the way it is. You can't do much about complaining about plane flight and the pathways, but it's a pretty handsome looking house with 2-car garage. All these houses have 2-car garages. So let's move on to the next one. We'll see you there. 5-bedroom, 5.5 baths, 1.4999. Call it 1.5. This home was built in 1925 and has about 3,450 square feet on all levels. It's got 0.23 acres, which is 10,130 square feet. It's got a unique little cottage in the backyard that has its own power and could function as an Airbnb, an office, or a guest house, or an au pair suite. So let's go check out the house. You've got a driveway entrance, and here's a sidewalk. I like the front porch. It's a pretty long driveway with brick pavers. There's multiple entrances here. One right there and another one there, and then you have the basement stairwell, walkout basement. So the yard looks like it's fully fenced in the back. It's level. I like that. You've got a little rear stoop and deck system, kind of being hidden by the shrubs. Here's the cottage, so we can take another look on a different angle. It's quite a tree in the back here, and they also have a little pond with fish. There's a patio and a storage shed over here on the side in the corner. So this is quite a building. Kind of a bonus. You don't get that in a lot of houses, although Arlington County is allowing accessory dwellings to be built, and they're trying to change the zoning code as well, so you can build duplexes and other multifamily on the lots, which is kind of a controversial issue I'm not going to get into right now. So the neighboring house looks like it's not a new build, but it's a huge dwelling. Right in back of me is a more modest house, which you saw a lot of originally. 30 to 40 years ago, we didn't see a lot of this expansion going on. There's a more modest colonial home. And here is what you used to see a lot of, sort of a bungalow, Cape Cod style, with a front porch. A lot of those homes have been expanded or torn down. Here's another example of a tear down new build. And we're seeing a lot of this contemporary style. So that's something that didn't exist 10 years ago. Another original type house. Across the street is a colonial. It's been expanded, but it's an original. It's not a new build. Here's another look at this contemporary house. Some people say it doesn't fit in with the architecture, although things are changing in these neighborhoods. It's an original home that was probably expanded and fixed up. Now we've got 3 small homes, 3 in a row. And you kind of wonder how long are they going to last before someone takes the initiative to either add on or just scrape it off the lot and rebuild it. There's a new build. Here's an original bungalow with the front dormer. It's been expanded. I kind of like that style of house. That's pretty popular. So that's just a sample of what you get in Cherrydale, which is common in Arlington for some of these older communities. We will see you at the next house. And I think this time around we're going to get 5 houses instead of 4 in this tour. So a little bonus for you. This is 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, $1,750,000 is what they're asking. This one's built in 1992. And it's got about 4,850 square feet on 3 levels. It's sitting on 0.23 acres. That's about 10,000 square feet. We're in the Dover-Balmoral Riverwood area, and this is real close to Potomac Overlook Park. And you've got a mixture of styles in this community. This little house behind me was probably built in the 40s, and another small house. You can see a tall new build in the background there, and then this house right next door. So I'll walk you around the block here when we're done. But you've got a stone front with siding, concrete driveway, two-car garage, very, very moderate slope going up to the house, and the backyard is pretty level as well. So they don't have any grass planted back here. Some stone, a lot of mulch. It's got a pretty cool deck with built-in benches. So here's the kitchen with the bay window and family room with the French doors. So the home right in back is being renovated and added on to. And then we've got a shingle-sided colonial next door. Looks like it's from New England. So there's the house next door. A lot of big houses surrounding this one. They're probably a little bit bigger than most. So as you can see, there's no grass in this backyard. You probably have a lot of trees that prevent grass from growing. Not to say you couldn't try to plant some sod or grass seed if you wanted to. Got two fireplaces here with stone facing. It's a full basement, mostly in ground. There's no walkout access to the backyard from the basement. So Beechwood Place connects with Marcy Road up this way, which if you take a left will get you to Potomac Overlook Park, where we started off. This is a narrow street. You don't get a lot of traffic through here. There aren't any sidewalks. And there's the home with the shingle siding. It's beautiful. Here's another home that's probably built in the 90s, similar to the subject. Another center hall colonial. Now this home with the slate roof is an older home. I don't know how old it might be, but we can look it up. Here's an older colonial that looks like it has a slate roof. Pretty common back in the 30s and 40s. Same with this house across the way. It's got a slate roof as well. Now here's a colonial that was the white painted brick. It's got a rear addition. So the hill down the street on Beechwood drops off. So I'm just going to take back where we were. So if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're happy to help you make a smooth move to Arlington. Well, until next time, I hope to see you around town.